welcome to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm Erica Cardenas. Today we're talking about resilience and how it can impact your health. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. We'll talk to an expert about the importance of getting counseling during this time. And if your kids are lying around the house too much, we've got some ways to get them active. And advice on how to read food labels and what you should look for. All that and more on this episode of Your Health. Frontline workers, caregivers, parents, and everybody in between are struggling with the impacts of the pandemic. Joining us now is Christopher Anderson with the Crisis Response Network to talk about resilience during this time. Thanks so much for joining us, Christopher.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
First off, how important is resilience to cope during this time?
Resilience means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but what it means in terms of this program, we're looking for those underlying strengths that people have that they can tap into. And when a pandemic is affecting all different aspects of their life, it really challenges people to their core. A lot of the same coping mechanisms that they may not have had previously. They're looking for connection points, they're looking for opportunities to work, they're looking for a lot of different things that mean so much to them in their day-to-day. And a lot of those things are non-existent or not reachable for them. So resilience really means tapping into the strengths that people have and showing them new ways to access them.
Okay, so Christopher, tell us, what is the Resilient Arizona Crisis Counseling Program?
The Resilient Arizona Crisis Counseling Program is a program at the Arizona state level that is in direct partnership with FEMA, SAMHSA, and the state's Department of Health Services that allows behavioral health professionals to reach every Arizonan that's being affected by the pandemic, mentally, emotionally. And what this program is really designed to do is give Arizonans an opportunity to learn new coping skills, but also just to talk to a professional about how it's affecting them. And this is born out of disaster behavioral health responses that have taken place for decades across the country. FEMA and SAMHSA have regularly gone into communities affected by natural disaster like hurricanes, tornadoes, flooding. Obviously, the pandemic is affecting people a little bit differently coast to coast, but this is Arizona's way of giving Arizonans an opportunity to speak with a professional free and anonymously.
And the program is absolutely free, is that right?
It is. It's totally free. It's funded with grant funding from FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and SAMHSA, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, which is part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Christopher, tell us a little bit more about who this program ideally is for.
The Resilient Arizona Crisis Counseling Program is for any Arizonan that is affected by the mental stress of the pandemic. So common things, anxiety, grief, isolation, the fear of becoming ill. But there are obviously some groups in Arizona that we're really trying to reach because we do consider them even more affected than others. Those include healthcare workers, seniors, caregivers, and the tribal communities.
How does crisis counseling differ from mental health treatments?
Key difference between traditional mental health services and crisis counseling is the way the services are provided. So mental health treatment implies assistance to individuals for a diagnosable disorder. Typically, mental health professional and a client discuss various treatment options, agree to certain interventions, treatment goals. In contrast, crisis counseling seeks to prevent the onset of those diagnosable disorders by helping individuals understand they're experiencing common reactions to extraordinary circumstances. Really, what we're trying to do is normalize the conversations with people that this pandemic is affecting almost everyone. So the crisis counselors treat each individual and a group session as if they're the only person. They really want to find out how this pandemic is affecting that person and inspire that person to figure out ways to cope. But more than anything, just normalize. People are not alone right now.
Christopher, are there programs like this around the country?
Yes, so the Resilient Arizona Crisis Counseling Program is one of many across the country. Many other states and counties are running similar programs. Again, this is in direct partnership with FEMA and SAMHSA, so we are one of many, but these types of services are definitely rolling out nationwide, and that's a good thing.
Where can people get more information on the program?
The primary way that people can get in touch with the service providers in their area is simply calling 211. So anybody calling from an Arizona number, you just dial 211 and you'll be connected with a specialist that can get that person scheduled with a provider in their area.
Christopher, thanks so much for joining us today. This is such valuable information. If you'd like more information on the program, head to the website, or for help or assistance, dial 211. I'm sure you've heard these words a lot lately. Mom, I'm bored. Well, one quick cure for boredom is activity, and we've got some great ways to keep your kids active.
Hey everybody, Nikki here with San Diego Moms, and I am so excited to share with you our top 10 activities to do at home with your kids this summer. One of my daughter's favorite things is if you just go on YouTube, search yoga for kids. They have Disney princesses like Anna and Elsa and Moana hosting these 30-minute yoga workshops for kids. But you should definitely check that out if you're looking for something to do that will keep your kids active, healthy, and you're at home. So if you have a night in, or maybe you're looking just for something to do after dinner, I highly recommend Heads Up for Kids. Downloading the app, because if you're an adult and you've tried Heads Up, you have a blast, but when you do it with your kids, it's so much more fun. So if you aren't or haven't been introduced to Pinterest, you definitely want to check it out. It has a ton of amazing resources and ideas from everything from crafts to science projects, anything that you need to do at home. And they give you step-by-step instructions, literally just a dream for moms. Teaching your kids about gardening is a great way to, one, put them to work and also just have a little fun outside in your home. I also found a great resource online, Soiree by Ria. They actually have these essential kits that send you home with everything you need to do to plant a full garden, just kind of like from start. Teaching kids about the importance of volunteering and community service is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and something that is so easy to do in your home. This summer is to have them actually make cards for elderly folks in home. That is just a great way to be able to instill kind of that giving back and that compassion with your kids and brighten up the day of an elderly senior. So fortunately or unfortunately, summer camps many of them have decided to go virtual, which has also been a really great experience for kids and giving them things to do at home. So whether it's experiencing an aquarium or learning about animals, there's a great way for your kids to still get that summer camp experience without being able to go in. As you're looking for things to do at home, do-it-yourself Play-Doh is definitely something that I think I have tried multiple different recipes, and we have partnered with Mother Rockin' Oils here at San Diego Moms, and she has inspired us with a little bit of therapeutic play and the opportunity to add essential oils to the Play-Doh itself, which has been really fun. Maybe your summer vacation plans were canceled this summer, but they don't have to be. Landmarks like Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, and Yellowstone are all offering these incredible virtual experiences that are free and they're online for you to go and experience everything that you might have been planned to go to this summer. Watching movies beneath the stars, laughing with your family, eating an abundance of popcorn, what sounds better than that? Drive-in theaters are making a comeback, and your family should definitely check it out this summer. If you don't have access to a drive-in, it's super simple to either bring a TV outside or just bring your laptop, put it up on a picnic table, and just enjoy the stars and really bring the drive-in experience to your house. Well, if you aren't going to make it out on your big camping trip this summer, there's always the option to just pitch the tent out in the backyard. And I think my favorite idea is to go ahead and send Dad out with the kids for the evening of their life this summer, and then you get a little bit of R&R. Kids get to have a great time, Dad gets to have a great time. I'd call that a win-win.
Coping with stress in a positive way is known as resilience, and it has many health benefits, everything from longevity to lower rates of depression and satisfaction with life. So remember to try to keep a positive outlook no matter your situation. Stick around, we have more to come on your health. If you're looking for a new look in 2020, we've got a popular makeover for you, and how companies are adapting their businesses to help the healthcare community. Cosmetic surgery is one sector of the healthcare industry getting back to business. The experts at Platinum Plastic Surgery tell us how they can help create the look you're wanting.
My name is Dr. Christopher Costa. I'm a cosmetic plastic surgeon here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have extensive medical and surgical training for the past 10 years. I've worked with some of the world's experts in rhinoplasty, in breast augmentation, in tummy tuck, and even breast reconstruction. My vision with Platinum Plastic Surgery, I wanted to have a concierge boutique practice where patients were able to receive a level of detail, luxury, and give that sense of self-confidence back to our patients.
From the moment I walked into the door, I really felt like I was a part of the family. Everyone really greeted me with warmth, and we took time to just review my schedule, make sure that I was on target, a lot of good follow-up calls. Really made me feel important, and that this procedure was just as precious to them as well.
The term mommy makeover is kind of an umbrella term for a lot of different surgeries that we perform, typically related to some of the changes that happen in the body after giving birth.
I wanted to just feel better about myself, and my kids are grown, and I think it's time for me to celebrate me.
We customize a plan for every patient that will get them the results that they're looking for, and for some patients it's a lot more procedures, and some patients don't have a lot and they just want one little thing kind of worked on, and we can do that for them also.
I've been living with a surgery that just didn't make me happy or feel secure, and after a few years I just couldn't take it anymore. A girlfriend of mine introduced me to Dr. Costa, and after researching him online, finding all his reviews, his work, and meeting with him, he just made me feel secure and my expectations would be met, and it was the office I decided to choose.
I do a lot of revision breast work, and I have so many patients who come to us looking to get that fix because they're like, I am not happy with how I look.
When I first came in for my consultation, Dr. Costa had this state-of-the-art room where he took 3D images of the patients so you can see the outcome and what you would expect from the surgery results.
We're able to actually simulate that implant using 3D images to show them what they will look like afterwards, and for a lot of patients that's important because they want to see, get an accurate representation of what they're going to look like after the breast augmentations.
Dr. Costa helped me feel confident for this year. I'm excited to go out, to go clothes shopping, bikini shopping. This summer is going to be amazing, and I have Dr. Costa to thank for that.
I feel really good. I feel real sassy, real sexy, and I'm ready to just break through my 50s in a real top-notch way.
To learn more about me and Platinum Plastic Surgery, I highly encourage you to go check out our website, which is drcosta.com. There you can find before and after photos of my procedures and learn more information about the procedures I perform.
Companies around the country are shifting their focus to help the community during this time, and Seven Caves Spirits in California are moving from bottling beverages to shipping sanitizer.
So the way this still works is this is a 28-gallon still with a 4-plate reflux column. I am Geoff Longenecker. I'm with Seven Caves Spirits. Seven Caves Spirits is a distillery here in San Diego, a craft distillery, founded on the principle of small batches of delicious booze. Our focus here are aged rums and gin. So these are really delicious, very fruit-forward juniper berries. These are fresh blood oranges, locally grown bare limes. My favorite part of the process is the creation. I love to sit and think about flavor. I wake up thinking about flavors in the morning. And when I get extremely awesome, fresh ingredients, it just inspires me to come in and just not mess them up. It's been a whirlwind, to be honest. I never in a million years expected to be producing and manufacturing thousands of gallons of hand sanitizer. The FDA issued guidance to craft distillers looking to do this. You have to register with the FDA, and here's your formula. But essentially, it's a formula of glycerin, denatured alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, and water. So my buddy Bill came up to my shop and we formulated it. Then our phone started ringing. And every distiller's phones in San Diego and California and nationwide started ringing at the same time. You know, the hand sanitizer world is its own thing. And yeah, that is difficult. I was on the phone this morning trying to source, 20,000 4-ounce bottles for a friend of mine who wants to give them away to seniors in our community. And just getting a hold of those right now is almost impossible. But it's busy, getting hand sanitizer into people who really need it. Firefighters, policemen, and it's already slowing down, which is good because that means people are starting to get it. The big guys are already catching up. I mean, our goal right now is to fulfill the reorders of customers that we've already, have already got. That's something a lot of us in the craft industry have wanted for a while. Just the ability, like wine and beer, to ship your alcohol. But we haven't had that right yet, and now we do. And that's been it's nice. With my basic stuff, with my shop, yeah, I can still get all the sugar I need. I can get grain. Last week, did a 7 Cave Zoom cocktail event. And we invited a bunch of people, and actually we asked if anybody wanted to come, and we had 70 screens of people with 2 people on each screen. It was a blast. We just made a few cocktails and talked shop. And this is about just bringing a community together. And that was fun. Bill and I are going to keep the hand sanitizer business going for as long as we need to, and then get back to making our booze. I'm working on it right now, as a matter of fact.
Some people are born with resilience, but it's also something you can learn. Many local hospitals teach classes on resilience building, and meditation, positive thinking, and laughing also help to improve your outlook. Stick around, we have more to come on the show. A center that has a unique approach to help people struggling with addiction, and how to read food labels, advice from an expert. Kicking a heroin addiction is extremely difficult, but one father was able to do just that. He shares his road to sobriety and why he's thankful he found Decision Point Center.
I went to school for a little while at ASU, and then I started working full-time doing construction, got a place on my own, and me and my son and my son's mom moved in together. I started drinking a little bit more and started drinking more frequently by myself. I was dealing with stress, anxiety, and I started turning to, drugs, pills, whatever the case may be, kind of just searching for an escape. Me and my son's mom ended up splitting up when my son was about 3. I can't tell you how many times I said to myself, all right, this is my last night. This is the last time I'm gonna drink or whatever. I had ended up losing my apartment. I was basically living out of my car or hopping couches. And I was on the verge of, losing my son. At that point, I'm like, I need some help. I need to go to treatment. I did my research online, started looking at different places throughout the valley, and then Decision Point came up. They kind of welcomed me in with open arms and were very encouraging. Some of the other treatment centers, they kind of put everybody into one big bowl and treat a lot of the clients the same. Whereas here, they have specific treatment plans for each individual. We have a really close community, a really great group of people here. We spend every day together. My first month here, I got to go on a canyoneering trip. And for me, that's a very therapeutic aspect because being out in nature is something I really hold dear to myself. Not only was it a great view, but it was a great challenge as well. It kind of correlates to what sobriety is gonna be like. You pushing through and not giving in when the times get tough is where growth is made. I've been here for 90 days now, and today I am graduating. They make sure you have a clear-cut plan for when you leave here, so that way you're best set up for success. Decision Point saved my life. They didn't just teach me how to get sober, they taught me how to stay sober. And they taught me how to love myself again, because I didn't think that was possible before. Today I have confidence in myself, I believe in myself. I really am optimistic of what the future holds for me. I've kept in contact with my son since I've been here. I can be a present and sober dad for him and give him the father that he deserves. I know how it feels to feel hopeless and in despair, but there's absolutely a way out, and you just have to give the opportunity to go into treatment. I believe that when you surrender, when you stop fighting things, that's when you're able to make the growth. But I know it's a tough decision to make, but it's the best decision I've ever made. I'm Blake, I'm 26 years old, and I was a heroin addict.
Don't go away, we have more to come on your health. We tell you why looking at the nutrition food label shouldn't be your focus. Eating healthy is a must for a good immune system, but how do you know what to look for? We talked to a naturopathic doctor about how to read food labels.
When you're looking at food labels, this can also be a little overwhelming because there's lots of things listed that you may not even recognize. So one of the first things I tell patients is instead of looking at the nutrient facts, which is talking about the proteins and the sugars and the calories, which most people focus on, it's actually more important to look at the ingredient list. So you want to look at that because it will actually tell you in order how much of each ingredient is in that food. So the first thing to do is look at that ingredient list, and if there's more than 10, 20 different ingredients on there, you know that it's pretty highly processed. You want to make sure that you can pronounce most of those ingredients. That's one good way, because again, we're trying to eat as whole food based as possible. Also looking for things like sugar or hidden words that mean sugar, so things like dextrose, dextrin, maltodextrin, all of those are just another way of saying sugar, corn syrup. We want to make sure that those are either not in the list, or if they are there, that they're at least not the top 6 to 7. Sometimes it's hard to completely avoid those things, but at least trying to get them lower in the list, you'll know that there's less of it in that food.
Thank you for joining us on Your Health. I'm Erica Cardenas. Please stay well, and we'll see you next time.